Hi, good to see you. Are you a musician or a singer and yet still have to achieve your desired level of success? Well, tune in, because in this video I'd like to offer you some insights from my perspective as an NLP coach. Now, if you're a singer, have you been told that you need to learn how to play a musical instrument for when you perform by yourself? That's a bit like telling a kid at school that they're good at art, but they should spend their time studying math. That reasoning could serve to distract you from what you are really good at, which is singing. And is there some reason a musician can play solo on a piano, guitar, violin, etc., and yet a singer has to have a musical backup? I don't think so. Do you do a paid gig every couple of weeks and nothing in between and then find it hard to get back into flow? Consistency is important. And even though you may only have a paid gig every few weeks, that is no reason why you should not act as if you have a paid gig every day. And so you create a structure for yourself to ensure that every day, regardless of whether you have a full-time job elsewhere, that you get into the habit of performing on a daily basis, even if that is only for half an hour or so. And do you get scared of performing before an audience? Well, do you want to know the solution to that? Perform before an audience. So at every opportunity, you need to get on stage, so to speak, and get used to people looking at you. When Tony Robbins started out in the field of NLP, he practiced speaking to an audience twice a day for a year. If you get in front of an audience once a month, then at the end of the year, you'll have done 12 gigs. If you get on stage once a week, then at the end of the year, you'll have done 52 gigs. That's a big difference. But if you get on stage once a day, then at the end of the year, you'll have done 365 gigs. What Tony did was to practice delivering a talk on NLP twice a day for a year. So if that was 5 days a week for 50 weeks, that would have been 500 gigs. Wow. So the secret to success in so many cases is relentless perseverance. You practice, practice, practice. And with each iteration, with each repetition, you build upon your skills and you build self-confidence. So no matter whether you think you are good enough, no matter what blocks and obstacles hold you back, if you persevere and aim at improving upon everything that you do on a daily basis, then you will gradually and steadily improve. When Tony Robbins started out, he talked to live audiences. By the way, I have a feeling he actually went around to all the senior citizen centres. So they were easy audiences to get. And there's no reason why you shouldn't do the same thing. So don't restrict yourself. An audience is an audience. So anyway, Robbins, he started out talking to a live audience, but now with the internet, you have the opportunity to present yourself to remote audiences from anywhere in the world, whether that be your bedroom, your garage, or out in the street. That means you need to learn how to film and record yourself and then upload the video to the internet. That may be easy for you, may be challenging. But once again, if you persevere, then you will succeed. Here is what I suggest. You take every opportunity to practice, rehearse, and perform. I mean that literally. Get in the habit of filming and recording yourself and uploading videos to YouTube and other platforms. If you have never done that, then it can be quite challenging. Believe me, I know. But once again, just take action. Just do it. Don't worry about diversity. Repetition works. There was a pianist in England called Kavanagh. He goes to the public pianos at airports and such places with his photographer, and he plays much the same piece of boogie-woogie music every time. He does not play a complicated piece like Beethoven's Fifth. He just enthusiastically plays a bit of boogie-woogie. Part of his attraction is the way that he interacts with other pianists by acting as if he is a novice. So if you do a search of Brendan Kavanagh, then you will find his Wikipedia page. So in addition to a YouTube or TikTok channel, it may be a good idea to create a Wikipedia page or build yourself a website. Now, Karolina Protetska, she's a young violinist or violinist, depends where you come from. Her family are all musicians, so she has their support. She has a YouTube channel, a website, and a Wikipedia page. Karolina plays much the same piece or style of music again and again. Where? In the street, with the support of her mother, and she is very popular. You see this pattern again and again with successful singer-performers. They find an environment which works for them. Rather than looking to perform at a venue and the rigmarole that goes with that, they just go and perform in the street. This is actually a clever marketing approach. There is one pianist in the US who wheels his piano down the road and sets it up on the side of the road. And once you're performing in the street, the marketing will happen by itself. Because if you're good, then people will film you and post the videos on the internet. So that means you need to have some signage with your name on it. Another attraction of watching videos of people performing in the street is that we, the viewer, get to see whatever is in the background, whether that be the shops or the people that walk by and stop and listen. So you might take your own town for granted, but when I watch some performer playing in the street on the other side of the planet, I spend a lot of time examining the setting, looking at the people, and observing how they interact with the performer. And I find that much more interesting than watching a formal concert when people are on stage. It's the people in the background, it's the setting. That's what really interests me, and the singer is the one who provides the focus. Anyway, to reiterate, the secret to success in so many cases is relentless perseverance. Firstly, you need to understand your personality type. This is your genius. Then you have to know your passions and your interests. And you have to know what your values are. That is what motivates you. You have to get clear on your present state, where you are now. You need to get an idea of your desired outcome and what that will look like, sound like, and feel like. And then you need to map out the steps and stages to get you from the present state to your desired outcome. And then you need to write an action list. And then you need to hold yourself accountable and make a decision to take action. And then commit to that decision and take immediate action. So no matter whether you think you are good enough, no matter what blocks and obstacles hold you back, if you persevere and aim at improving upon everything that you do on a daily basis, then you will gradually and steadily improve. Make sure that you check the links below the video, which will take you over to my website. Feel free to leave a comment, and I look forward to seeing you again.